Hello, my name is Susan Nora and I am a professional tarot reader and intuitive, and I am here today to support you along your spiritual journey. The cards that I'll be reading today are to support you in getting to know yourself on a deeper level and to help you along your journey of manifestation. So that being said, let's get right in. So I ask that you're able to discern what messages are for you and what's not for you. Take what's needed and leave the rest behind. Tarot is a tool to help you get to know yourself on a deeper level so that you can call forth your manifestations in a more harmonious and fruitful manner. So looking at our spiritual journey this week, it's allowing divine will through, allowing source, God, universe to come through and help you along your manifestations. And I would ask at this point, where do you block? Where do you block source energy? How is your faith? What is your relationship to faith? Do you have faith? And if you don't, that's even having faith is not having faith. Having faith and not having faith is having faith. So where are you pressing your belief systems? And how are you allowing God to come through and to support you? And I feel like there's going to be a lot of changes coming through in terms of the people that you allow into your life. And I wonder, in terms of people that you allow into your life, are they here to press upon you their views? Or are they allowing you to flourish in a way that will support your manifestations? So I think there's some intuitive messages that will come through in terms of the people that you want to keep with you in the journey of life this week. And there's going to be a lot of changes come through as well to maybe how you make money and how you go after how your career is going to develop. And I think, the big kind of change that will happen in the next few weeks is around your stability. What makes you stable? And in terms of finances and in terms of your career, what helps you to be stable? And if there are changes in this, there may be a kind of, getting uncomfortable with being comfortable, or getting comfortable with being, being comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's what I'm trying to say. But there is definitely changes coming forward with how we make money. And if we limit ourselves on how we're making money, then we're going to be limiting how we make money. So being careful not to block any invitation that comes our way that supports our financial growth. Yeah, and this question of blocking any inspiration and blocking any healing when it comes to money as well. So we may be asked in this time to kind of sit back and dig deeper with and understand our relationship with money, our karma with money, our relationship with our career, because there's so many changes coming through here. We want to be ready for them, and we don't want to be blindsided by our own karma. We want to be able to receive the blessings of the universe so that we can move forward within our manifestations and actually use the energy of the universe to help us grow our wealth. Because if we believe in a universe of abundance, then the universe is going to support us in being abundant. In terms of the rest of our spiritual journey, what else do we need to know this week? Yeah. 3-3. It's all of this expansive energy. And, with the people, with the financial opportunities, growing our network, growing our wealth, growing our understanding of finance as well, stepping outside our own perception of finance. And 3-3-3, it's generally very expansive. I mean, this is, an open opportunity, a true opportunity to grow. And I think this may seem, very unfamiliar, especially after we went through the year of 2022, which seemed to make us feel very blocked, very enclosed, breaking a lot of karma when it came to absolutely everything. But now that road is clear. And now we have the choice to make very healthy decisions for ourselves in how we move forward. And I think now that we've, the tower is that blasting and, our perceptions of stability have been completely abolished. And what we're left with is this energy of, right, okay, this is rock bottom, this is level 0, this is ground 0. And now I can take action to build. And that path is now open. We may have had to leave part of our path behind and part of what we thought our path was going to be behind. But that's all for our betterment. That was all for us to truly step into the true power of our own purpose and our own growth spiritually and financially and physically. It's just, it's whole idea of stability coming through, and you know, being very comfortable with the changes that were made. And these changes that came through weren't there to traumatize you or hurt you or set you back in any way. It was actually to remove death, remove the layers and the gunk that we would have built up on our life that wasn't for us. It's a purification of our true self to come back to who we are, so that we can build from a new space. You know, so this would, you know, reading would support anyone that feels this kind of urge to go deep within and do some more work on themselves and to break past their own karma. And I think, you know, karma around receiving. Are you open to receiving? Are you open to allowing the blessings of the universe in? What is your relationship like to receiving? Yeah, it just feels like there's, you know, a lot of this inner alchemy that's happening, especially from the inner masculine and the inner feminine, and how they work together to support you on your journey as well. And the lessons that you were learning, you know, when you were going into situations in the past, were your masculine and feminine misaligned? Was your head and heart misaligned? Did you go in with one aspect of yourself taking over instead of really coming together, mind, body, and soul, and going forward for any opportunities or events? Because if you don't have any internal alignment, then that thing, situation, person would have been taken away from you. It wasn't yours in the first place, but there was some part of you that wanted to go in and explore and take that lesson. And that lesson is important, because when we think about our journey of manifestation, we're going to have to be able to take the good with the bad. And the bad will teach us the most, and that will help us along the journey of good. Yeah, and this is the journey. The journey is, you know, starting from that place of rock bottom again, and maybe starting to move up and work your way back up to the top again. And not being afraid of that. I think, again, the definition of stability, that may have changed for you in the last few weeks. Like, was the whole idea of the 9 to 5 or the marriage something that you thought was stable, but in the end didn't turn to be stable at all? Probably added a bit more drama or trauma to your life. So what is stability? Is stability being by yourself? Is stability, you know, being comfortable with your own decisions? Is stability being able to break free from codependency and look, you know, truly forward for your own life? Is stability peace of mind? And I think when I think of stability in that way, isn't that the most stable prospect of being able to be peace of mind and not look for the answers all the time? Another thing that's coming through is, what is your relationship to work? How do you feel work is there to support you? Is it hard? Is it painful? Is it an obligation? Or is it something that you actually find purpose in? Where do you find your purpose? And if purpose and work are related, then you will never feel like you're working. But if you feel like work is this, feeling trapped, then is that something that you would want to change? Is that where have you taken that belief system from? Does that actually support you on your journey? Is that stopping you from the manifestations that you want to call through? And that doesn't mean giving up your job. But again, this question of stability. Is your world internally and externally stable? Are you living two different lives in terms of your inner stability and your outer stability? Is there things that you would like to change to support your internal and external stability? And looking at the devil here as well, it's this illusion of belief systems that our soul may have taken on from generations. What was passed down to us? What external karma or even generational karma are we needing to break through from? You know, in terms of your own familial line, in terms of your own, you know, even country, nationality, what has that collective trauma and karma that you've picked up that's in relation to working and your purpose? So some deep things here to truly reflect on and heal from, because when the path forward is when we can bring the past and the present together and, you know, open this new path of understanding, so that the future that we're calling in is one that we're in complete alignment with, and one that really supports our highest and best self. This is the week to truly take opportunity here of really revisiting those past karmas in terms of the collective of your country and your family, and breaking past that breaking past the expectations that, you know, people may have for us, when really we're here as sovereign human beings to live our own life and to move forward in the best way. Yes. Coming back, you know, to the start of this reading, we spoke about how, you know, how we're blocking the divine intervention, how we're blocking the divine coming through. And, you know, maybe now when we kind of create some stillness and we allow ourselves to, you know, I actually think it's a very humbling experience when the world that you have built falls away from you, because it truly does show the power of the divine, and surrendering to that and surrendering to the faith of divine, so that it will actually allow you to be guided by it. I think when we try to mess with the forces of nature or mess with the forces of faith, we really lose an opportunity to be guided by the divine. And if anything, you know, the past year has taught you, maybe it's that humbling experience of allowing the divine to guide you, using the power of faith, using the power of you know, meditation, the crown chakra, to really support you in your journey of life, and to just surrender and to allow that to happen, because from there the better decisions will be made by you. You're able to discern what's really right for you and what's not for you, because again, we're always getting trapped by the expectation of others. We always end up in this no man's land of, okay, I have to do what everyone else expects me to do, instead of doing what I really want to do for myself. And, you know, getting past that no man's land, you know, staying within yourself, you know, not allowing yourself to succumb to the, you know, the conflict of the outside world and the inside world, allowing yourself to be in alignment with your true self, knowing from the depths of who you are what you need to do and the actions that you need to take. If this reading resonated with you, please like and subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next week. Thank you.